Let's see. How do we start this? Where do we start this? Leslee, what is an image consultant?
Well, to be honest, about 2 years ago, I didn't know either.
Okay.
But an image consultant is someone that helps work on your exterior image. But I go a little bit different and do more personal branding. So we talk about anything from your own personal mission statement to your personal branding statement, actually talking about your values, determining who you want to be, and then allowing that exterior to show who you are on the inside.
That's cool. So now, does that mean that you help the individual you're working with actually develop a mission statement?
I do,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
We have a whole program, and actually I even take it into corporations and work with organizations on their employees or their members as well.
Cool. That's cool. I'm excited to hear about this. Let's back up, though. Okay. How in the world did you come to this, becoming an image consultant?
It was kind of roundabout, to be honest.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, talk to us.
So I went to school at Ball State for fashion merchandising and apparel design. And when I left there, I was obsessed with Spiegel catalog. And so I started.
Do they have that anymore?
Well, yes, but actually it looks more like Newport News.
Okay.
Now, yeah. Which I do love me some Newport News bathing suits. I will not lie. But what it was is no longer. So I was at Spiegel. Then I was hired out in Colorado by a company called Icelandic Design. And from there, I came to Fort Wayne and I worked at Vera Bradley, designed and then forecasted for them.
So you were part of designing the bags for Vera Bradley?
Yes. So I did everything from CD and DVD holders when we actually used CDs and DVD holders.
Okay.
And towels and pajamas and bags and everything you can think of. I worked on because I was the 150th employee when I started. And when I left, there were over 2,000 employees there.
So you were on the ground floor then?
Yes. It was a great experience. It's a great company to work for. But I had this.
How'd you transition to I'm going to do my own thing?
Yeah. Well, this is so bizarre. But you know how people go on mission statements? Hello. Mission trips.
Yes.
I kind of had an experience like that. So I would travel to China. I would help with the sourcing team and find new sources to develop the things that we needed.
So when you were with Vera Bradley?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay.
Yes. So we needed a manufacturer at the time to do a garden tote with garden tools. And I also wanted to manufacture a professional makeup brush pack that I could give to the clients. And when we went to find these sources, we went to Canton, and there's something called the Canton Fair. It's enormous. And it's everything that you could possibly buy in one area. So I'm talking toilet seat covers, the ones with fish swimming in them.
Yeah.
Anything from banana holders to brooms and dustbins and the big things that you find, fountains that you find outside of hotels. Everything that you could possibly think of.
Open market then.
Yes.
Kind of like.
And it just hit me that basically all of us designers are designing things, and then most of it is already being designed by someone else. And then you pay a marketing team to come in and a sales team to come in and get inside people's heads so that they want to buy your things. Mm-hmm. And it's not just Vera Bradley. I mean, it's the everything. Open market. Yeah. Yes. It's the society. And I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to just make things that are going to end up in the landfill. I want to stop that whole cycle. So that's how that happened. That's when I decided I needed to do something else. So that's when Hill Image was born.
I love it. So are you predominantly here in Fort Wayne then, Indiana?
Yes. I would say anywhere around the area. So up in Angola, out to Warsaw, down to Wawasee. I mean, kind of all over this area, but predominantly Fort Wayne. For now. It's been 2.5 years and I see my limits expanding. So it's been
so
fun.
Hill Image has been in existence for 2.5 years then.
Yes. In June of 2014 is when I had my first client.
Exciting, exciting. So I want to get to some of these awesome questions. What are you going to, if I hire you as an image consultant, come in, what are you going to make me change? My hair, my clothes, my environment? What am I going to change?
Well, it all depends on who you want to be. Because honestly, I can make you anybody that you want to be. I could make you me, and that's no fun. I could make you, I especially my male clients that I work with.
You have men also?
I do, yeah. I have tweens. It's something about the 8th grader. That whole time from going from middle school into high school, I have a decent amount of 8th graders as well.
No way. That's good, because when their hormones are all screwed up, how awesome is that to find somebody to say, you can be you.
Yes.
Let me show you how to be you.
You don't have to be what the media tells you have to be, or even really, who your mom thinks you should be, or your best friend.
Yeah.
Who do you want to be? And I don't think people take the time to actually determine that. I think we just go through life and start I'm in Meyer, I'll just pick up a shirt. And all of a sudden you have this brand that you aren't intentional about.
Right. And then it hangs in your closet or it's in your drawers and you just like, why did I buy this?
Yes.
With the tag still on it?
Yes. So we even do vision boards where I have you say, okay, what makeup do you like? What hairstyles do you like? What style of clothes? And once I can see that, then I can look at your body type and figure out how can we make something similar to that happen. Because let's be honest, if we talk about Audrey Hepburn, everyone says, oh, my style icon is Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
But who is that size?
Right.
So how do we accomplish that on an average person's body?
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't tweens. I guess I would have never thought about that. So it kind of depends on who you want to be.
It does, completely. And with that means you have to determine your values.
Which was going to the next question. How can I benefit from an image consultant?
Well, definitely there's something. I create a course when I work with my corporate clients. So that's where I actually go in and I train their employees. And part of that course is a profitable image. And with that means, how can I be this person that we just did the vision board and the mission statements with on a budget? Because I'd love to wear designer clothes, but I make $10 an hour.
Absolutely.
So we do that. And so once you have gotten your actual person and your values all together, now what words are you using in social media, when you're in a meeting, when you go to an interview? All of these things really create your brand. So just by honing in on that, it literally changes your life. So I have so many clients who have said, I didn't know. I thought you just were going to come in here and make me get rid of all my clothes. Or I thought you were going to make me cut my hair. Like, no, I am not going to make you do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But on top of that, it flows out through their voice. Now they have confidence.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And you know what I really love what you said is you're creating your brand. It's not like I'm changing you. Everyone has a unique brand. So you're helping that person pull deep inside and develop that brand. That's cool. So how affordable is this?
Well, it all depends on what you want to have done. So for shopping, I go 2 hours before you arrive and I pre-shop. So that way, all you have to do is walk in.
That's a dream job. Shopping with someone else's money.
Exactly. Yes. Because I hate shopping for myself. So then I'll go 2 hours before you get there. I pick everything out based on your color, your hairstyle, kind of just who you want to be. And then you go straight to the dressing room and you try on and you choose what you want. So that's $200 for 2 hours.
Okay.
So really it's a full 4 hours is essentially what you're getting. So
Okay.
$50 an hour.
Okay.
And then if you want to do multiple services, like if you want me to come in and we go through everything in your closet, because that's what you're pulling from most days. You're not going shopping every day, let's hope. So if I come into your closet and we look at all of the things that you haven't worn in at least a year, I'm not going to make you get rid of those things, but let's figure out how to wear them. So we basically just style everything that's in there, and we take pictures, and I give you an app of all the pictures that we've taken, so you can just look through every morning. And that is $395.
Okay.
However, if you do packages, it drops hundreds and hundreds off.
Okay. Wow. So it could be very affordable.
It can, yes. And then when you look at this, your closet can be functionable, and you save time, you save the agony, you save the cleanup, because how many of us have that chair in the corner that we just throw all the things on that don't work, and then all of a sudden company's coming, so you have to hurry up and clean the house. Yes.
And so my mind is going like 1,000 miles a minute. So do you shop where do you shop? Do you shop at Von Maur? Do you shop at Goodwill? Where do you shop? Because I love to shop everywhere.
Yeah, that's me too. I will go anywhere. Yeah. I go, like you said, Joe Fiel, Von Maur. But to be honest, that's not the majority of my clients. Okay. The majority of my clients, we shop secondhand.
Okay.
So whether that's Goodwill or Consigner Boutique.
Yes.
All of these places, again, that kind of goes back to my need to help the environment and not produce waste.
When you said that, that just popped right back up. That keeps popping up.
Yes. And it just won't, I can't go anywhere around it now. Now it's just part of me. And I won't only shop at secondhand stores, but I do, now that I've been through so many closets, I've been through over 100 closets already. And we have so many things that have tags still hanging on them. And so when you get rid of them, yes, this is brand new. Somebody can come and buy that rather than going to the store and starting that whole cyclical madness all over again.
So you won't that was my next question. Well, I have to get rid of my entire wardrobe and start over. You've answered that. Yeah. Absolutely not.
Not at all. Nope. And actually, sometimes I have really great clients, and they're ready. They're ready to purge everything.
What?
Yeah, it's so fun. And sometimes, I definitely have the clients who don't want to get rid of anything, and so just pulling maybe 5 pieces out is really hard. So it just ranges. Just depends on my client. But for the most part, it's all just about how to make the outfits. So once you're positive it fits and we go through it and I say, okay, you know what, this is going to be perfect. If you just take this to the tailor and spend $10 on hemming the sleeves or the hem of your pants, now all of a sudden you look like $1 million and you've spent $10. That's it. So it's just those little things that help, just a different eye.
Do you have a lot of people who have... how do you adjust to the body image concerns or issues?
I will tell you that was the one thing I did not anticipate with starting this company. I don't know why, it never crossed my mind, but it's the one thing that I love the most about my job is I have learned so much about the human psyche. Mm-hmm. And people have shared with me things they have never shared with anyone. Mm-hmm. So I've had a client who was sexually abused. Mm-hmm. And so she was dressing a certain way because she didn't want to look attractive.
Oh, wow.
And she had never really thought about it. But as we were going through, it dawned on her immediately. And it's such, this is the center of your home, is your closet. It's the one place we shove everything when people are going to come over. Mm-hmm. And it's the one place you're the most naked. Mm-hmm. And so I will literally be standing with the majority of my clients in their bra and underwear. Mm-hmm. And you are bearing your soul.
They trust you to be able to do that. And Leslee, that's cool.
It even just gives me chills thinking about it because it really makes my day. It's the one way that I can serve others safely.
They totally let down their guards to let you in. And when I say, into their hearts, because before they can let you into their bedrooms and shed themselves. They have to let you into their hearts.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
It is. And it's probably the hardest part about my job as well, because I want people to know, when you say image consultant, people say, oh, great. Yeah, she's going to come in and judge my clothes. Or I introduce myself and they say, oh my gosh, don't look at me. But to be honest, I don't. You have to ask me, and then I will start actually put my work hat on, because I can't do that. I have too many things going on in my life. I just don't even think about it unless I am actually asked. And even then I have to think about it for a while.
Pretty cool. So you don't shop together with the client? You go in 2 hours before. Is there ever a point that you shop together?
No, sometimes if I like to put the clothes away sometimes. I just feel really bad when I've taken a bunch and I'm in a store. I try to put some away while they're checking out. But really, the reason I don't allow that is because we see our bodies and we see everything that's wrong with it. Whereas I see your body and I see literally everything that's right with it. Mm-hmm. So maybe somebody thinks that their hips are too wide and this is the worst part about them, and all they want to do is cover that up. Well, to me, and I'm looking at you and I'm looking at all your proportions and just you as a person, that might be your best asset. So I need to shop for what is going to be best for you instead of what's going to hide you.
That's cool. Very cool. Is it different shopping for men versus women?
Yes. It's actually hilarious.
Fun? What's more fun?
Actually both are equally as fun.
Okay.
But I will say I probably chuckle more at the process with men, because they really just want you to tell them, just, what should I be? Well, I can make you who do you want to be? No, just tell me. And then can I hang it in my closet, the shirt with the pants? That's what I'm going to wear Monday. And then this shirt with this pants, and that's what I'm going to wear Tuesday. And now I'm on a roll.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, I tell you what. Can you hang around for a little bit?
I'd love to.
Okay, and let me see here. So I'm really, really excited to ask you this question. It looks like you have designed your destiny. You definitely have designed your own destiny, or you are in the process.
Yes, I feel very strongly about that. Yes.
Tell me, have there been any limits that have been on you throughout this process of designing your destiny?
I would say definitely yes. I think one of the biggest limits is the fact that I think we all decide that the most important thing in life is how much money we make and how big our car is, or how big our house is and what we drive. And yes, all those things go into an image, but why do those things have to be the most important? So, if we are basing our whole life off of how much money we make, we won't necessarily make decisions that are going to make us happy.
Right. Mm-hmm. So how have you taken the limits off to just walk into your destiny? I just go with it.
Just go with it. My dad makes fun of me quite often about, just going with my gut. And if my gut says this is not a good situation, I do not feel like this is something that I want my name on, then I don't do it. And that's really hard sometimes, especially, as a parent. I don't care how old you are, but your parents always worry about you. So when I left Vera Bradley, I had felt it for a few years that I was starting to change, but I left probably more abruptly than what they would have thought that I would do. Yeah. And so that was really hard. And for my husband, that was very hard. We dropped a whole income level. But I believe in myself. Even if, how you start to do things and people ask you and they ask you kind of negatively and it comes out just kind of poopy.
Uh-huh.
And
like they're condemning you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then that gives me literally, I'm going to make this work and I'm going to show you.
Yeah, me too.
Because my happiness counts more
Right.
than you thinking that I can't do it.
So for a young person that, or not even just a young person, a person who's listening, who says, I have this dream, this is what I want to do. How would you, what would you tell them? What steps would you give them to stepping into their destiny?
I think you definitely have to be intentional. So you have to figure out what your values are. You have to figure out, what you want your life to look like. And that goes back to that vision board we were talking about.
Yes, yes.
If you don't have that mapped out, you could be wishy-washy the entire rest of your life. So you have to take that time to do that. And if you are intentional about what's important, what makes you happy, what gives you that feeling, like when you, I love to dance, so when you can't help but sit down anymore, and so you just have to get up and dance, that feeling, that is what you have to do. And people say that it's passion and all that kind of stuff. And I think your passions change all the time. So whatever it is that gives you that feeling, like you either want to belt out a song or you want to dance, you have to incorporate that somehow.
I like this thing that I use this a lot, that your abilities and your passions plus your gifts equal your destiny.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so you have, even if there's some things that just come naturally, that are your abilities. There's some things that you are passionate about, and when those things line up together, then your gift comes. You went to school for this. Did you ever foresee yourself when you were in college being a personal image consultant?
No. No, and on my vision board, I have big things. You're supposed to put it out in the universe. So.
Absolutely, yes. Oh, I love it.
Someday, I want to have my own show. Especially here in Fort Wayne, we have a lack of interest in fashion in some senses, but it is still there. We need to have a fashion show here in Fort Wayne where you can tap in, whether it's once every 2 weeks or once a month. What does everybody have in their stores? How do you wear it? What's on sale? All this kind of stuff.
Oh, you
People
go,
need
girl.
it.
That's awesome. Let me know. I'd be a part of that.
Okay, good.
I'm serious. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Because I think in the Midwest, I know when I moved here, people were saying, Fort where? Where?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a Army base? I'm like, no, it is not. And then when they finally was like, there's lots of cornfields there, right? I was like, have you ever gotten that?
Yes, there are.
When you talk about Fort Wayne? I'm like, it's still a city, you know? So,
and then with all the help that we have on the TV shows about Indiana being so backwards, you're like,
right. Thank you very much, media.
Yes.
So, yes, change that image. Yes, that's awesome. Awesome. So tell me, I heard you say you're married.
I am.
Does your husband allow you to change his image?
Yeah, he's really funny. He will not. He will not let me touch anything. However, I did just buy him a sweater. And although when he took it out, he said, so what color is this? I draped it over 4 shirts in his closet that I thought he could wear it with. It's been like 2 weeks now. He hasn't worn them.
He hasn't worn it. Oh, that's hilarious. Do you have children?
I do. Yes, I have a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Oh, they're not old enough yet.
No, and they are very opinionated, and I feel very strongly.
I wonder where they get that from.
My son will not wear anything that isn't basically basketball pants.
Okay.
And God bless him. He loves his pants being up right at his waist. And he's super tall. So the kid walks in with, floods every single day at school. He doesn't care. And then my 4-year-old.
And you're trying to fix it.
Oh,
you're trying to fix him.
Yes. Oh, so that's fine. Wear those pants. Could we just get ones that are long enough, please?
That's funny.
And then the 4-year-old, she today threw a fit. It's only whatever spins. So if it's a skirt, a dress, it has to spin.
I remember those days when my daughter was little. It was black patent leather shoes, no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
She had to have those shiny black shoes. And this is kindergarten, first grade. It's like, whatever, just go ahead and wear them.
Yes, that's how I don't even care. You don't match. I don't care. Just get in the car.
That's cool. That's cool. So
Don't judge me,
again, your event that's coming up, tell us again when your event.
That is February 9th. And it'll be at the new location for Solutions Skincare and Laser Treatment. It'll be with Christine Logan Photography and myself, Hill Image. And what we're going to do is, I'm so excited. I'm going to teach people how to pack for a whole week with only one suitcase.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need to be there.
It's my favorite thing. It's like magic.
Just coming here. You see how many bags I have. I need help packing just to come from home here.
And then we're going to talk about posing and how you can make, your most slimming poses. And then all these people have questions about Botox and, we're all aging. So how do you get rid of this turkey neck? And so, yeah, we're just going to have fun.
Okay. I know we talked about clothes, but what about hair? What about makeup? Do you actually touch on those things as well?
I do. Yes. So a lot of hair really depends on color and your face shape.
Okay.
So we had a contestant actually that won a whole makeover package for this event on February 9th. Her name is Kay Sutter. She's so sweet. And we were just at the hairstylist right before I came, and we were talking about she has a very square jawline and a square face.
Okay.
So what do you do about that? You actually try to elongate your face with your hair. So having something that comes somewhere mid-neck. Now, this is if you have a neck, and she luckily had a longer neck.
Okay.
And so what we do is you just play with the skin color. That's going to determine whether or not you go cool or warm with the hair color. So whether you're brown, does it go warm brown to where it's more of these, you can put in corals or copper, or do you go more cool? And so now you have more blue tones in your hair. So it all just depends on your skin color and your body features. Instead of looking at your hair as its own entity, it's part of you. And I love hair, and I'm so excited that we both got to be a part of the natural hair show.
The Green Hair Revolution
at
the art museum. That was fun.
It was so fun.
And awesome.
I am so into that. Again, it goes with my whole eco-friendly concept. But also because your hair is your biggest, most prominent accessory. So whether or not you wear earrings or bracelets or whatever, your hair is with you all the time.
All the time.
So make it the most personality traits that you have. Put that into your hair. It's you. Your hair is you. And so that's why I probably can't get a tattoo, because I can change my hair every month if I want to.
One of the things that Green Hair Revolution, that's Clydia Early and her sister
Sherry Early Aiden.
Yes, they actually put that together. But one thing that they shared with when they interviewed those ladies was a niece said to them that your hair is the first relationship that you have.
Oh, that's good.
That is good. And when you think of it like that, how you develop that relationship, that first relationship, actually spills over into other areas of your life.
It's so true.
Yeah.
If you're having a bad hair day, then you're mad all day long.
Or if you don't accept who you are and you're going by what society says your hair should look like. That's why I love those ladies. They are natural and real.
Them.
Yes.
I love them so much. My favorite people.
Yes. And then so you go from the hair. What about the makeup?
Yes. So especially with my tweens that I have.
Yes.
This is big. So they're just starting to learn how to do makeup. And oftentimes, because they don't really know, you go to Walgreens or you go to, wherever. And so you just buy something that you haven't tried before.
Okay.
So
that's not good?
Well, I should say when it's foundation, you could just be throwing away some money. So my suggestion is always to go to one of the counters or go to a Mary Kay person. Somebody, we even had one of the ladies that did, she has her own makeup line. I got to think about it. Is it Jopa? something.
I can't
Anyway,
remember.
Try it. Try your foundation and your blush. Those are the only two things that you need to get at a place where you can actually try it on.
Okay.
Everything else, I tell people to go to Target and get the e.l.f. line. It's
Okay.
$1. You don't need to spend it. This stuff lasts forever. So unless you want to be natural, and because I love the there's a line out there that I use all the time, and it's all natural. And I like that better on my skin because I have that 2-year-old.
Is it Lush through Lush?
Lush is fantastic.
Yes.
And it's the other one is
So you're saying the foundation and that should be, you should put make a good investment in that.
yes.
Okay.
Everything else, your shadows. Okay, so if you buy an e.l.f. shadow for $1 and it's the wrong blue, no big deal.
Right. I see.
But your foundation does matter.
That
and even
matters.
sometimes your blushes are on the edge. If you go and you get something that looks dark, but it comes out orange and your skin tone is cool, you're going to look like a wreck.
Okay.
So that's one thing. So these are the fun things that I get to teach.
Those are
my
cool.
tweens in particular.
Do you work with an esthetician to do those things?
I have always loved makeup. So when I was in college, I worked at the cosmetic company store, and they sold everything that was Estee Lauder. So I kind of took my own school through there, and I learned how to do all of that. But I've also at Solution Skincare, estheticians are there,
Yes.
and so they have a great makeup line for that high-end customer. I mean, it's fantastic. So
How do you address the women to change from how you look at work versus how you look in the evening?
oh yeah, okay. So
That's a biggie.
it is a biggie, especially
And even men too, but I'm a woman, so I'm thinking, how do you address that?
it's all in the accessories. So for males and females. So you could wear the same dress and okay, so I have just a sheath dress on right now. It really has no shape. I don't have any shape, so it works well. So you have your one dress. Right now I have some longer earrings on, but they're just typical, solid, nothing fancy to them.
Okay.
And I have army boots on and some black tights. Well, I could take this and go into evening by simply just putting on a pair of heels and then changing my earrings and my necklace. And I can even change my makeup by going darker. And now all of a sudden, I mean, it took me 5 minutes. That was it. You can go out the door. For a male, it's fun because say you wear to work, you have a button-down shirt on, and you have some khakis. Okay, that's fine. Now just throw on a cool jacket and change your shoes to something. I mean, you don't even have to change your shoes. Put a jacket on. Maybe throw on a tie if you need to, or a bow tie, or go without just sans neckwear at all and put a pocket square in. And
You really enjoy this, don't
Oh my
you?
gosh,
You
I
are
love
just
it.
lighting up, girl. You're lighting up as you're talking this. Do you have any resistance from clients to say, I'm not going to wear that. No, not going to do that. Can't change that. No, that's too short. Do you?
Oh,
do
yeah.
you really? How do you handle that?
very delicately.
Right.
And oftentimes, like I say, we talk about it a lot before we go shopping.
Okay. Okay.
But even when I'm in your closet, these are clothes you've already purchased.
Yeah.
And we're in there, we're putting outfits together. I have to ask all the time, would you wear it like this? No. Okay, what's uncomfortable? Is it, what is it about this? Well, I know I have this shirt, but I just would never wear it. Okay, so do you want to get rid of it? No. Okay.
I'm laughing because that would be me. No, pushed it back.
Yes.
I wore that 10 years ago. I'm going to lose weight.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly.
And I'm going to be able to fit it again.
Yes. It is. That's exactly what happens.
Right, right. Awesome. Well, Leslee, tell me, I've been doing a lot of talking. I mean, questions are just popping up, but is there anything that you would like to talk about that we haven't touched on?
To be honest, I would love to talk about you. I want to know more about you. Do you talk much about yourself on here at all?
No, not at all.
So
That's cool.
let's, as an image consultant, I'll narrow it down a little
Okay.
bit. So if we were to go into your closet,
Oh, gosh.
what is your favorite piece of clothing?
Let me see. I don't know. I have several pieces.
Good.
Okay, what first comes to my mind is I have this dress that is kind of midway between my thigh and my knees that I love. I just bought it, and it has these sleeves that when you lift them up, they kind of flare out. It's very colorful. But it's only a summer dress. And I was trying to figure out, can I wear this in the winter, and would it look funny if I did? And I would never wear it to work because I do a lot of moving around. But that's probably one of my favorite articles of clothing.
And how does it make you feel when you put it on?
It makes me feel sexy. And when I say sexy, I just like to look in the mirror, like passing, like, ooh.
Yes.
Everything is all held together there.
Yes. So that is that same feeling that you should, maybe not necessarily as sexy, so you'll vary throughout, but that feeling where you just want to look at yourself in the mirror, that's what every single piece of clothing should be that's in your closet.
I would never get any work done then. I'm looking in the mirror. Woo. I get it. That's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that happens with shoes. And what do you think your biggest hurdle is as far as dressing?
Getting over what looks appropriate for my age.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big one, because what I want to put on is like, I am too old for that. You know, I should have worn that 20 years ago. So that's the biggest hurdle.
And that, honestly, I hear that all the time. What is age appropriate and yet isn't going to make me look like I'm older than what I am?
Right.
And I say the best anecdote for that is accessorizing.
Ah.
So if you think...
Or not over-accessorizing?
Yes. Or not being so matchy-matchy. Matchy-matchy instantly shows that you're dated, even if you aren't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to stop then. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Whoops.
I know. That's good. Good information.
So there's a good tip. If you have a necklace and a bracelet and earrings that match, break them up and wear them separately. So wear the necklace and maybe a pair of studs instead. And then if you have, say you see this outfit and you feel like it might seem a little too young. What you do is figure out, what is it about it? Is it the length? Because if it's the length, then you can add something to the length, whether it is a tank top or it's there's a place in Auburn, it's called Lynn Marie's Boutique, and they sell these fantastic little slips, and it lengthens everything, and they go with so much. So add that to that. If it's something where you're like, oh, these pants come up too high, figure out what you can wear that's longer, that isn't going to show the top of your pants, because the high-waisted pants are key to holding in our gut. They should be every woman's best friend.
They call those grandma pants.
Yeah.
So I had to throw all those away because I don't know. Yeah,
but they get rid of muffin top.
Yeah, they do.
Yes. It's like a built-in girdle. So wear those. Just don't let anybody know how tall they are. And you wear a top that
covers
down.
it.
Yes.
Very good tip.
All these little tips and
Give us some more tips. I like that.
Okay.
Hold on for 1 second though. Can you hold it? Can you hang around for a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, Leslee, you just take it. Where were we, and where do you want to continue on with this?
Oh, I want to stay in your closet.
No, not my closet. My closet is horrible.
What?
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna listen.
Okay. So I want to know what your favorite part about your body is.
Oh.
Because nobody ever asks that. Everybody always asks, "What do you hate about yourself?"
Oh
yeah,
my
we can
gosh.
all say that. What's your favorite part?
I don't have a favorite. Let me see.
It could be anything. It could be your eyes, your hair, the way your fingernails are shaped. I mean, people come up with some serious ankles.
Hey, okay, the lower parts of my legs, my calves, my legs, because they remind me when I look down at them of my grandmother's.
Oh, yay! Yes,
and she was a powerhouse. Yeah, my legs.
Oh, fun. So, how often do you wear shorts?
In the summertime, probably quite often.
Good. How about skirts?
Oh, I wear skirts a lot.
Good. See, this is what sometimes happens is you ask someone and then they say, oh, I don't ever show that part of my body.
Oh, I love wearing skirts.
Good. What is your favorite shape of dress or skirt that you wear?
Oh, I like the skirts that fit, kind of flare out a little bit, so that when you shake, they kind of shimmy. That reminds me of my grandmother too.
Yay! I love her, and I don't even know.
Right. Because my favorite place to shop is Steinmart.
Oh yeah,
and they have tons of skirts like that. They just kind of fit here and flare out just a little bit. That they don't make you look hippie, but they kind of sway when you move.
I love Steinmart. I even like their men's shirtings are great. They always have all these little details on them that you can't get.
They do.
Yeah. Okay, that's fun. I'm glad because for your body shape, I think that's perfect. I would want you to have some sort of a flare, and you could totally still do a pencil skirt, and you could show off your hips that way and your movement. But I think for your personality and how poppy you are, I think the flared is fantastic. This is so weird, isn't it?
Yeah, let's talk about my shoes.
How many shoes do you have?
Oh, man? God. Well, we're not going to tell you that. But I'm a shoe person. But, yeah, okay. I'm going to let you ask the questions.
Well, speaking of shoes, when I have my tweens, one of the biggest things I say to them is they're not really, some of them definitely are, but a lot of them aren't to the point where they're really wearing accessories yet. You know, they're in the 7th and 8th grade, and they're not quite there yet. They're mostly trying to get out of their basketball shorts. So that's what I tell. This is where, between your hair and your shoes, this is where your character is going to come in. So don't worry about, okay, I don't have any jewelry. Don't even worry about it. Just what's going on your feet. So if they're all wearing skinny jeans right now, that's like, they will not wear straight leg to save my life. Doesn't matter what size or shape they are. So if you're doing that, put a pair of boots on, and it doesn't have to be the knee-high boots. What I'm talking about is combat boots. These,
like
whether they're Uggs,
those are really cute.
Thanks. Thank you very much. I actually got these on sale at Jofiel. Thank you. So yeah, that's a key thing with 8th graders. That's going to be their statement and how they're going to look put together.
Start with the hair and the shoes is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then the other thing that I tell everybody of every age, every sex, wear 3 pieces. I call it the 3-piece rule.
Okay.
So you go in your closet and it's fine. You find a pair of pants, you find a top. I'm just going to the grocery store. I'm just going to run out. Say you have your shoes on. If you can put one more piece with that outfit, you instantly look, just your style is elevated automatically. So if it's a jacket, put it on. If it's a sweater, throw it on. Your coats in this part of the area, in this part of the country, are key. It's the first thing people see and the last thing they see. So hopefully you can find one in a color, something that you really like. Granted, I'm sitting in here wearing a black jacket, but color.
But it looks chic.
Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. So having some kind of personality to it. This is the first and last impression, literally, in this part of the Midwest.
Okay.
So that's key.
And it shouldn't match?
I mean, honestly, it depends on how many pieces of clothing you want in your closet.
Okay.
Find those nice classic piece colors that you can wear with everything. And that could be even a green, like that army green is really big right now, but it's timeless at the same time.
For no matter what age group you are in?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
A red coat that automatically pops. And what about, I mean, it all just depends on your character and your coloring, really. So if somebody's warm toned, again, and they wear a really cool blue, it's going to kind of fight that person. But if they're...
How would you know what tone you are?
Okay, this is hilarious. And I'm not sure if it works on everybody, but if you flip your wrists over and you can see the veins in your wrist, I'm super veiny right here.
Oh.
This area.
Okay.
If you can look, so mine you can see are green.
Yes.
Mine have that green undertone, so that means I have more yellow tones in my skin. So when we look at yours,
You can see them
Yeah.
too. Even
and you're
even women
green.
of color. Yeah.
Yes. So right there, you know that you have a lot of yellow tones in your skin.
And
so
I do.
Wearing,
You know what? When I go get my makeup from MAC,
yeah.
that's exactly what they say. They tell me about the tones in my skin, and they say there's a lot of. Sometimes it's hard to match it though because of the yellow tones.
Yes. Oh, and you know a really good tip for that?
What is that?
Instead of putting it on your wrist or somewhere like that, put the foundation on your collarbone when you're trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Because that's going to be, if you have a picture, your face and your neck are always kind of...
Pretty much the same color.
Yes.
Mhm.
So don't try it on your arms or your...
That's cool.
Whatever. Yeah.
Very
try
cool.
it on your collarbone.
No, they put it on your face.
Oh, yeah, they do there,
And
don't
make
they?
you
Yeah.
a bit MAC. Yes.
Yes.
Wow. What other tips can you give us? I just don't want to end this, but okay. What other tips can you give us?
Well, I'm looking at you and I love your glasses. I just love your whole style, and you know that already because I tell you every time I see you. But
oh, thank you.
when you think about glasses,
Mm-hmm.
they're an investment, right? Because you go and sometimes they're $300.
Oh yeah.
So I always say the best thing to do, there's an app that I use all the time. It's called literally it's like an I, a C, and a U, just the letters. ICU, eyewear. And you can take a selfie, and then it allows you to try on a bunch of different frames from this company. And so you can actually buy them through there. I never tell anybody to do that, but it's the best app I've found to try to see which eyewear is going to look better. And you can see colors. So colors are going to show personality again. However, it all depends on who you are. If you're much more understated, you're going to want to go with something much more classic. Like if it's a metal, something that's brown, even something like a maroon or an
like
animal
these,
print.
you know, I am pretty conservative when it comes to people. What I think I am, but I just got glasses, and they're new glasses, and they're blue. Now they're not bodacious blue, but they're like a light blue and a black. And the young lady had to talk me into getting those. Like, I'm not going to wear those. Do you know how old I am? Okay, so yeah. Glasses make a big statement, don't they?
And for all of you people that get to wear glasses, you don't have to wear makeup. And it is unfair.
Well, honey, I do. Yes, I do have to wear.
Because, so if you're thinking about eyewear.
Okay.
And you know the upper rims where they don't have the rim around the bottom?
Yes.
Or the cat eye. I always say those two rims in particular, they make you look happy. They basically are a smile on your face.
Okay.
They're giving you eyebrows. They're bringing the sides of your face, just like a smile does. It pulls it up in the corner.
Oh, my.
So,
awesome tip.
Yeah.
That is a very good tip. Wow.
It's really fun. Glasses are so fun, and I am definitely envious that I don't need them yet. I know it's coming.
Yeah, it's
Not
coming.
yet.
Okay, so what's a final thought that you have? Any final thoughts? Is there anything that we haven't touched on that you would love to touch on? I've enjoyed this interview. Thank you so much.
It's been so fun. Thank you so much for having me. I think that, I guess if I could ask the community for anything, I would want to have you help me change the concept of what an image consultant does, because it's really intimidating when you hear the word image consultant and you instantly don't want to be judged. So I need your help in
how can we help
changing that. And I don't know, maybe sharing that you heard my personality on air, so I'm literally only here to help.
Right.
And I none of us want to be judgy. We want to help you be the ideal you that you get to create. And so that's where our creativity comes in.
Yes.
Okay, who do you want to be? Let's
Right,
do that.
Right. That's cool. Oh, I have one more question before. What is the makeup of your clientele? Do you have very many African Americans that you work with, or?
You know, it's so odd. I don't. And I don't know if I'm just not known in different, because I networking groups that I go to are completely diverse.
Okay.
But I don't know. So, and I don't know how to break into that, because again, that's so fun for me to work with different people from all different backgrounds and learn so many different just ways of life. And so
You're open to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By far. Oh my gosh. So this is a little story I'll tell you real quick.
Okay.
When I worked at Ann Taylor when I was in high school, we had a transgender female, I can't remember. I think it was a male coming in, and it was hard at that point in time because that's the 90s, the late 90s, and we didn't have a separate dressing room. So he could go, and I didn't think anything about it. I grew up in the middle of nowhere, Fremont, Indiana.
Okay.
You see no diversity whatsoever, and thank God bless me. I don't know the difference. So, I don't know to be biased towards anyone because I didn't grow up around anything else.
Right.
And so he would come in, and we would do our best to work with that client to make her feel really good about who he was, even though he didn't feel good about it, with the body that God placed him in.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, I love that. That's like so exciting to me to help someone else in that way, because when you grow up and you think, okay, I'm in the fashion industry, it seems a little trivial, just kind of frou-frou. Oh, yay, I'm helping the world. But I really can help the world.
You
if
really
you let
can.
Me.
Yes, you can. And it's different. It's in a personal way. It's not just here, this is what you do. It's really individualized. And that's the cool thing about what you're doing right now. Yeah. That's cool. I don't know. We have to come together, put our heads together and see how can you
branch out.
Yes, how can you branch out? Yes. Mm-hmm. So give us your contact information. And
my contact information, again, I'm Leslee Hill, and I am the owner and president of Hill Image, Personal Image Consulting, LLC. And you can contact me. I have Facebook, Instagram. I have LinkedIn. I have it all. And it's all under Hill Image. My email address is leslee@hillimage.com. So that's Leslee@hillimage.com.